Imagine being in the middle of a roaring stadium, the lights dim, the bass kicks in, and then suddenly, the crowd erupts, not because the entire BLACKPINK is on stage yet, but because one member walks forward, takes the center, and without even saying a word, owns the entire arena. That's exactly what happened in Chicago when JISOO stepped onto the stage. What was supposed to be just another iconic BLACKPINK concert quickly turned into something far bigger, far more memorable, and the world is still talking about it. But what really happened that night? Why is JISOO being credited as the heart of the Chicago performance? And how did her role, often underestimated by casual fans, become the central force of the night? Let's dive deep into this global phenomenon that no one saw coming. Before we reveal the behind-the-scenes secrets and JISOO's game-changing moves, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell right now. That way, you'll never miss the latest updates, exclusive insights, and untold stories from the world of BLACKPINK and beyond. Trust me, what you're about to hear will change the way you see JISOO forever. So here's how it started. BLACKPINK's concert in Chicago was already hyped beyond belief. Tickets sold out in minutes. Fans flew from all over the world just to witness the queens of Kpop light up one of the biggest stages in the US. Everyone expected the usual BLACKPINK magic, powerful choreography, stunning visuals, and hit after hit. But no one could have predicted that JISOO, often perceived as the visual or the quieter presence compared to Lisa's electrifying dance breaks, Jennie's swagger, or Rose's emotional vocal solos, would command the night with such undeniable force. As the concert kicked off, each member had their spotlight moments. But when it was JISOO's turn, the energy shifted. From the first note of her solo stage, the atmosphere changed. Videos captured the exact moment when the audience went from excited to absolutely hypnotized. Fans didn't just cheer, they screamed, cried, some stood frozen, eyes locked on her every move. It wasn't just her voice, though she sounded like a studio recording brought to life. It wasn't just her visuals, though her stage presence was undeniably regal. It was something else, an aura, a confidence, a magnetic pull that made even first-time concertgoers say, "Wait, who is she?" But here's where it gets more interesting. Fans who attended the show shared online that JISOO didn't just perform, she connected. Between songs, she interacted in English with such ease and charm that international fans felt personally seen. She cracked jokes, shared anecdotes, and even surprised everyone with a spontaneous dance move that wasn't rehearsed. That clip alone? It went viral within hours, racking up millions of views on TikTok and X. Suddenly, people who didn't even attend the concert were sharing clips of JISOO with captions like, "JISOO just owned Chicago," and "I didn't know JISOO had this energy." Now here's the twist, some insiders revealed that the Chicago concert had a last-minute adjustment. Apparently, the production team decided to tweak the setlist and staging because JISOO had expressed wanting to push her solo performance further. It was her idea to extend her time on stage, adding an unscheduled interactive segment with fans. That's right, this wasn't a random fluke. JISOO had planned to make Chicago special. And she succeeded beyond imagination. But wait, we're not done yet. Midway through the concert, the other members began referencing JISOO's energy on stage. Rose playfully teased that JISOO's taking over Chicago tonight, while Jennie and Lisa could be seen hyping her up from the sidelines, dancing and cheering her name. This wasn't just camaraderie, it was acknowledgement. Even among the powerhouse that is BLACKPINK, JISOO was the star that night, and just when fans thought it couldn't get better, JISOO took it a notch higher. She surprised the audience by performing a snippet of an unreleased solo track. That's right, while YG Entertainment hasn't officially confirmed it, the melody and lyrics were unfamiliar to fans. The snippet sent blinks into a frenzy, speculating about an upcoming solo comeback. Social media exploded with theories, translations, and even petitions for YG to release the full track. If you thought her influence stopped on stage, think again. JISOO effectively set the internet ablaze from one surprise moment. By the end of the night, the hashtag JISOO in Chicago was trending globally, surpassing even general BLACKPINK tags. K-media picked up on the buzz, with several outlets headlining articles about JISOO's Chicago takeover. Industry experts even weighed in, suggesting that JISOO's star power has been criminally underrated and that this concert could mark a turning point in her international branding. Now, if you've made it this far, here's a little teaser. There's growing talk within YG circles that JISOO's confidence on the Chicago stage wasn't just a personal decision. Some insiders hint that this was a strategic test, a way to gauge international fan response to a more assertive, dynamic JISOO. And if that's the case, it worked flawlessly. So what does that mean for JISOO's future? Is a full-fledged global solo tour on the horizon? Or perhaps a luxury brand collaboration that positions her not just as BLACKPINK's visual, but as a global cultural icon in her own right? Stay tuned because we're just scratching the surface. In the coming weeks, more behind-the-scenes footage is expected to drop, and sources say YG is planning a special documentary episode focusing on the Chicago concert, with a significant spotlight on JISOO. If that's true, we'll finally get to see her preparation, her mindset, and the intentionality behind her electrifying stage presence that night. In the end, what JISOO proved in Chicago is simple yet profound: never underestimate quiet power. She reminded the world that stage presence isn't just about flashy moves or loud charisma. Sometimes, it's about that unshakable confidence, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. And Chicago heard her loud and clear. If you were surprised by JISOO's dominance in Chicago, or if you're excited for what's next, let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on JISOO, BLACKPINK, and all the breaking news from the K-pop world. Because if Chicago was any indication, JISOO is just getting started.